Yes.
Joe Varden, The Athletic. So the last two games, Clarkson, I mean, he was obviously a big difference maker in the fourth quarter, and tonight he just never got it going. But in crunch time, you went away from him tonight, and I don't know if the question is why, or if there's more of an explanation needed for us just about if he's kind of reached that level of a closer where you would normally ride him, whether he's had a bad game or not, to see if he warms up late.
I don't think I gave up on him late. He played a majority of the fourth quarter. What I was trying to do was trying to get something going. That anytime you're kind of in a situation where you can't quite get over the hump, you got to keep trying things. And I felt that was the situation. Late when I brought Rodney back, Corver was making shots. So I want to keep him in there, but again, just trying to find a way to get over the hump. No, I would never give up on Jordan, but I think as a coach, you have to make decisions what you feel that's going to help the team at that particular time. And at that particular time, when I did make the substitution, I felt that I really needed to try something just to try to get us over the hump. And Jordan is a big part of what we do, and he will continue to be that. And I will continue to try and find ways to get us over that hump when I feel that we are struggling.
Is he close to being that guy that you want the ball in his hands late in a close game?
I would say he is. But any of the players whose hands I put it in the fourth quarter, whether it be he, whether it be Cal Corver, who's making shots, whether it be Jetty, whether it be Rodney Hood, or whether it be Colin. When the ball is in their hands, I expect them to make the right play. And that's part, again, you've heard me talk a lot about learning. It's important that they could continue to make the right play. And making the right play, it means trusting your teammates. When you get double team or when you get triple team or when you drive the ball and the defense collapse, are you looking to shoot it or are you looking to spray it out? Mm-hmm. I trust those guys to make the right play.
And then last one, I know the last minute took forever, so you may not remember this, but there was a timeout with 1:21 left, and you had Larry and Colin. You kind of like pulled them together, and you were very clearly teaching something.
Right.
Could you tell us what that was?
I can't give it to you in details, but just something that we talked about defensively, and something that we had actually drilled on this morning going through our shoot around. Just talk about our defensive assignments, and we had a breakdown at that point, and at that point I just wanted to grab both guys and just to clear it as far as what the coverage was and what we need to do to move forward.
Spencer Davies, Basketball Insiders. We've talked about how important Tristan's been to the team on both ends, but Larry seemed to really come into his own tonight. About those two and that dynamic and the way that they pretty much handled Carl and Taj on the other end. Just what did you think of the pairing tonight?
I thought they played well. I really did. I thought they played well. With David not playing tonight, I wasn't 100% sure whether I would go with the big lineup or not. But both guys, I thought they complemented one another very, very well. I thought Larry was really good as far as attacking the basket. We did some things and got him to the rim, and he missed a couple of chippies, but I thought his mentality was to attack the basket, and I thought he did that very well. I could see that he and Tristan enjoy playing with one another, and they enjoy playing off of one another. Moving forward, hopefully that they'll continue to do that because there are going to be more teams that we will face that will have big lineups, and so we're going to need both of those guys to play well.
And then going back to teaching moments, there was one part of the fourth quarter that I noticed when you guys got a stop. Colin went to the other end, was asking for the ball, attacked the basket, but then it resulted on Derrick Rose push shot on the other end. It was a 4-point swing. Is that one of those teaching moments where maybe a shot a little too quickly, a little rushed, that happened there?
I'm trying to remember the play.
It was like 85-81, I think. And you guys got to stop. Corver got the rebound, gave it to Rodney, and then Colin was asking for it at half court. And then he pushed it and then missed the layup.
Oh, that okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think in looking at that, I'll have to go back and look at the film. But, if the defense was not set, I want Colin to be aggressive and attack the basket. But if that defensive set and he's trying to force something, that's something that has to be shown on film, and we'll show him and we'll so he can be taught what to do in that situation. But I would have to go back and take a look at it.
Okay.
Again, if that defense is not set and he's pushing that basketball, I want him to be ultra aggressive in attacking the rim. And I'll have to go back and take a look at that play.
Okay.
All right.
Corey Perez, AP Radio. Larry had a career-high 8 assists tonight. Can you talk about his playmaking role from the forward position?
Well, Larry's a good passer, first of all, and he's a willing passer, which makes him very very valuable. We run a lot of things that calls for him to make decisions and to make plays. Very similar to things that we do from a initiating standpoint when Kevin Love is playing. We go through Kevin to initiate things. And I'm carrying that same approach with Larry because I trust he will make the right decision. And as I mentioned, he's a good passer. But I thought he did a really good job in not trying to force things and just making the simple plays. And I trust him. I trust him as far as making plays when we need to run a play and we have to run it through him. I trust that he'll make the right play and he'll make the simple play.
Rick Nolan, Gazette. Larry, did they do anything in particular that made things tougher for Colin tonight, or did he just have one of those nights where shots didn't fall?
I just thought it was one of those nights that the shot just didn't fall. I mean, there are going to be nights like that, but I've said it before. It being a good game or him having a bad game should not be predicated on whether he's making shots or not. He has to do other things to impact the game, and that's what good point guards do. If the shot is not falling, they find other ways that they can impact the game. And I don't ever want him to feel that because he misses shots, he didn't have a good game. He still has to get us into our offense. He still has to be vocal on the floor. He still has to defensively. He has an assignment. There are just other ways that he can impact the game.
Do you feel like he did enough of those things tonight?
I feel he did. Yeah, I feel he did. I felt early in the game, though, I kind of felt that he was aggressive, but he got a little bit too aggressive when we needed ball movement. But he got to the rim a couple of times. The ball was slapped out of his hand, came off of his leg. But again, Colin is he's a live wire, and I'm not going to slow him down. I want him to be in attack mode 24/7. And I thought early he made some questionable decisions on some things, but again, that's part of the learning curve for him. But as the game progressed, I thought he got better.